Hey now guys, CJ here with the Build Show. Check out what I got behind me. It's a wine cave. So we're in wine country in California and we see these a lot, but basically what it is a subterranean structure. Anyways, why am I talking about wine caves? I want to use this as a prime example of working with concrete and electrical. Being this was a completely 100% concrete job. We have no wall cavities, we have no crawl space, we have no attic. It truly is a box of concrete. So I'm going to take you inside and I want to show you a few of our installs. So let's go inside. It's not the biggest wine cave, but the reason I actually want to showcase this is not only is it a cool project, right? And that's what we do at the Build Show, is show you cool things, is I want to take some of the scariness out of working with concrete. This entire cave is solid concrete. So this barreled vaulted ceiling was formed just like you would form a wall and poured in place. What I really do like outside of the electrical is they pressure wash these boards and they get this really cool exposed board finish look. So it's a little bit more aggressive, but you can come back here. They have this glass divider in. Again, this is going to be barrel storage and bar space. And this is kind of like what I think is cool, but this is the mechanical room. So you can see below, I got these concrete encased PVC runs, right? So when this, before it was poured, we have these PVCs going out and then snaking through the walls for receptacles and switches. You can do everything you would do on a traditional stick framed structure. It's just a little bit more challenging and a little bit more thought needs to be put into the actual construction. So we use these boxes for our LED drivers. Again, disconnect switch for fire pump. But this is kind of the out of sight, out of mind. They're gonna have a false door here. We can always access our stuff later. But I'll take you into the main space again and kind of show you what I meant by strategically locating conduits, right? So you can see this LED shelf was always in the design. They always wanted to uplight this barrel ceiling. So they're actually gonna cover this. There's a bunch of mock-ups. They're gonna bring a stone above and you're not gonna see this channel. But this is basically just LED channel with a really high output LED tape that have conduit runs going back to that box I showed you with LED drivers in it. And then you can see these niches that are actually, these were formed into the wood forming and they're gonna use these for bottle storage. And always on the 3D renderings and elevation plans, they've showed this. So we know when we spin around, this is a perfect visual of what I'm talking about, of strategically locating these conduits. So this conduit and this conduit, they chase through this wall before it was poured and go back to our LED drivers. And they're gonna have shelves. So you can see inside this hole, this is actually the end of the PVC pipe. And these are actually low voltage cables because of the type of lighting we're using. It also is super beneficial when you're running power in an application like this. Low voltage just makes life a little easier. You don't have to abide by so many codes. The connections we're gonna solder on and they're gonna build these shells and we're gonna put more LED up and down light in there. So we have a few down here, again, for some toe kick lighting. And that was all laid out with the builder, right? We were writing on form boards, marking things out, and then we would route our conduits back. So it's all in the concrete. But I want to show you too, again, these are solid concrete walls. And we have a detail of these landscape lights that are in this wall. When these form boards were up, we had access to the backside. That's when we install our box, fasten it through the form board to hold it in place, connect all these with PVCs inside the wall, pour, remove the form boards, and then we have, again, our location for our step light. And like I said, I think these walls are like 3 feet thick. So that kind of wraps up this video. You can definitely get everything that you would do on a normal traditional stick framed house in concrete. It's just a little bit more strategy and different install techniques.